Hey y'all, this is Software Focus, and today we're going back to basics with Camtasia. You don't want to miss this. Today's episode will be focused on custom animations available within Camtasia. To get to the custom animations option, we go to animations on the left side. Then up at the top, by default it'll be zoom and pan. If we go over, it'll say animations. And we have several different options here, but this particular episode is going to be focused purely on custom animations. The reason for this is because this is a very powerful little option. The others are a little bit more simplistic in the actions they take. Custom animations allow you to change pretty much anything you want in Camtasia and turn it into an animation. So things like moving a call out from the left side of the screen to the right side of the screen, or making a call out get bigger or get smaller, or change color, or move in a particular way in a straight line. It is essentially, as it says, custom. You can control pretty much any aspect, and it can be applied to callouts, videos, images, pretty much any piece of visible media on the canvas. That compared to zoom and pan, which pretty much affects the entire canvas, limiting what you can do. So to demonstrate, I'm going to pull an annotation onto the timeline. Go back to animations, and then I'm going to click and drag the custom option down onto the callout in the timeline. You'll notice we have the green arrow that we had with zoom and pan, but this time there's nothing happening, and that's because we need to tell Camtasia what we're wanting to do with this callout. So I'll zoom in on the timeline so we get a better view. So right now we just have a simple call out, white box, very thin light green border, and some basic text. Again, the arrow indicates where the animation begins and where it ends, and its position in the media indicates when it starts and when it ends, as well as the length of how long the animation takes. So I'm going to set the arrow to start at 1 second, and by default it lasts 1 second. And what we're going to do is I'm going to click on the far right dot of this arrow. It's going to turn red, and that allows me to indicate the final state of this callout. So say instead of this white background I want it to change to green. And I also want it to move into the upper right and get bigger. Now if I pull the playhead back to the beginning, you'll see we're back to how it was before I made my changes, and if I play it, it gets bigger, moves over in the corner, and turns green. Like I said, the custom animations option allows you pretty much to change any aspect of a visible object on the canvas. So this was just with a callout. If I wanted to move it somewhere else or change it again, I can drag another custom animation onto the timeline. Click on the right side, and let's put it in the lower left. And let's change it to blue. If I go back and play it, you'll see it gets big and turns to the right, and then turns blue and goes to the left. Unfortunately, at this time, the custom animations does not allow for changes in like text color, so even like the text-only callouts, you can't change the color of the text through the animation. So this covers some of the options within a callout. let's do an image. So we have our image here. I've already applied the animation but haven't made any changes yet. I click on that red dot and I'm actually going to have it kind of fade out. So currently our opacity is set to 100%, so it's fully visible. So I drop that down to 50. It's a little transparent. If I pull it back, you'll see it kind of fades out. And then I could always add another animation to bring it back. So it fades out and fades back in. We can also rotate it. So add another animation. And let's rotate it on the z-axis. 90 degrees. So we see how it kind of rotates. Now, this is something kind of cool. If I go back here, reset this back, still have this selected, grab a hold of the green dot that allows you to rotate, and do a full rotation, and set it back to 360 or 0. Pull the playhead back and play it, it'll rotate 360 degrees. And of course, if I thought that was too fast, I can extend the arrow to the end, making it last longer. In short, the custom animations allow you to adjust the visual properties of any visible media, so callouts, images, video. It unfortunately doesn't allow you to change text, but it does allow you to change sizes, rotation, clarity, color, a whole bunch of different aspects. I highly recommend you take some time and work with it and see what you can do with it. It is unfortunately limited to one animation arrow at a time, so I can't stack multiple animations on top of each other, but like we saw with the callouts, you are able to do multiple changes for the animation arrow. This would be a perfect option for those who are working with security footage and want to apply a blur. I'll kind of show that here. Do the pixelate. We'll start over here. I'll add an animation. So I like this point. I want it here. And so the pixelation will move. You can use it to pixelate out sections of security footage, but it is manual. So Camtasia currently doesn't have a way to follow an object in a video. So if you're wanting to do that, at least with Camtasia, you'll have to do it manually, step by step. And these animations can be quite short. So I mean, let's go 10 frames. And maybe make it move less over that 10 frames, so or it moves over a short area for a short period, and then you can apply another one that's another 10 frames right after it, where say it moves down. You can just do that. That's a way you could use Camtasia to work with security footage and blur out a section or blur out a person as they walk across the screen. Not the most elegant solution, but it is possible. So that about covers it for custom animations. This has been Software Focus. If you like this video, hit that like button or click subscribe to join the channel for future videos. If you have any feedback or ideas for future videos, please leave a comment down below. Keep focusing.